It is Tuesday, December 1st, 2020, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Today on the show, we've got details on a bunch more Chili Bowl ride announcements. We take a first look at some Chili Bowl stats. We're going to recap last night's iRacing World of Outlaws event at Eldora and more. But first, this episode is brought to you by Blood Lubricants. Blood carries a high-performance line of synthetic racing oils, and they've got you covered for all sorts of dirt racing applications. Engine oils, gear oils, suspension fluid, cleaning products, you name it, they've got it. If you aren't a racer, though, Blood carries products for all sorts of other applications also. They can help you out with your 4-stroke or 2-stroke motorcycle. They've got products for road bikes, ATVs, UTVs, and more. So if you're taking the 4-wheeler or side-by-side out this fall or winter to go off-roading, to go hunting, whatever you're going to do, make sure you tune it up with some Blood lubricants. For the racing community, they've got a great racer support program that offers discounts on products plus free swag, and they support hundreds of racers across many divisions throughout the country. To check out the support program, find out more information, or to buy, visit bloodlubricants.com. That's BLUD lubricants.com. If you'd like to receive 25% off most products, use code DIRT at checkout. That's DIRT, all caps, at checkout. In the last 24 hours, there have been a slew of new Chili Bowl driver and team announcements. First up, after being released in the last week from RMS Racing, where he ran for a sizable midget schedule in 2020, Clinton Boyles is going to join Rams Racing with owners Rick Young and Jeff Taylor for this year's Chili Bowl. Boyles is no stranger to Rams, as he's competed in Tulsa in past years for that team. Jason McDougall announced he will drive the Clatt Enterprises number 4 Beast chassis this year in Tulsa. In 2020, McDougall finished 8th on his prelim night, went 13th to 5th in the Saturday B main to transfer to the feature, and ended up 15th in his first A main start. He'll be looking for more this year. The Dave Mack Motorsports team is going to bring 6 cars and drivers to Tulsa, with Ace McCarthy, Michael Facinto, Noah Gass, and Jace McIntosh being announced as the first 4 drivers in the team's lineup. The other 2 announcements are yet to come. McCarthy finished 19th in a C in 2020, while Michael Facinto is a past A-main starter. Noah Gass and Jace McIntosh will be looking for improvements in their second attempts at the Chili Bowl. Tom Malloy and Jerome Rodella will bring a pair of cars to Tulsa, piloted by Tanner Thorson and Alex Bright. Thorson finished out the USAC season in the team's number 25 and was successful, scoring 3 wins, including the final night of the year. Thorson is a perennial A-main starter at the Chili Bowl and had a prelim night win in 2020. He will certainly be a serious contender for the Golden Driller this year. Alex Bright will be looking to improve upon Saturday's C-main finishes the previous 2 years, driving for Andy Bondio. And late last night, Mark Birch Motorsports showed off their number 22 T-Machine being prepared for Don Dowd Jr. There are still more than 40 days until the Chili Bowl, so there are plenty more driver announcements to come. Keith Kunz Motorsports will be announcing their lineup over the next 10 days, starting with their first driver today. Stay tuned to the KKM Twitter account for those announcements. If you're looking for more driver and team announcements and details on the Chili Bowl, make sure you're following Walkopedia on Twitter as well. Lots of good information from Brian Walker coming out in the recent days from that account. Speaking of the Chili Bowl, with race results from the last 4 years in Tulsa back to 2017, now in the DIRTRACKR.com database, I wanted to take a look at a few stats today. Going through the numbers, what really jumps out is Christopher Bell's absolute dominance of the event the last 4 years. He's won every one of his prelim night features and 3 of the 4 Golden Drillers back to 2017. Last year, he was beaten on Saturday by Kyle Larson, but Bell still finished second. Bell's average prelim night feature finish is 1, obviously, and his Saturday feature finish is 1.25. That's crazy for an event that draws north of 300 cars every single year. Bell is also the only driver with 4 straight top 5s and 4 straight top 10s in the Saturday feature event. Nobody else has more than 2 top 5s, and 2 drivers, Tanner Thorson and Justin Grant, have 3 top 10s. Bell has led the most laps with 98, while only Larson, Grant, and Logan Seavey have led Saturday night feature laps. Looking at prelim night stats, the 9 drivers have wins, including Bell with 4. Rico Abreu, Larson, and Grant have 3. And then Logan Seavey, Travis Berryhill, Tanner Thorson, Tyler Courtney, and Cannon McIntosh all have 1 prelim night win. Only Bell and Shane Golobic have 4 prelim top 5s, while Bell, Golobic, Grant, Courtney, and Tim McCready have 4 straight top 10s. Bell also tops prelim feature laps led at 90. 27 drivers have led laps in prelim features in the last 4 years. There have been 175 heat races over the last 4 years, with 53 of them being won from the pole and 45 being won from second. That's 56% from the front row. Obviously, with passing points being such a big deal in those heat races, you're going to see a lot of movement. So not as many winners are going to come from the front of those events, and a lot of those, or all of those heat races, are set by that draw. Winners have come from 8th, which is basically last in the heat races, 6 times in the last 4 years. We're going to continue looking at more numbers in the coming weeks as Chili Bowl approaches. Going to continue adding races, so a lot more information to come there. Like I said, I'd like to do predictions and some other things out of that information. So a lot more to come from the Chili Bowl stats section. To dig through those stats and results yourself, you can visit DIRTRACKR.com/analytics/Chili Bowl. Everything I've talked about here in the last couple of minutes is available on that page for you to look at yourself. Last night was round number 4 of the iRacing World of Outlaws Sprint Car World Championship. Hayden Cardwell led the series into the virtual Eldora Speedway as the points leader. We'd had 3 different winners in the first 3 rounds, with Alex Bergeron, Tim Ryan, and Cardwell all taking victories. For the night's 35-lap feature, it was those 3 drivers who started up front, with Ryan on the pole, Cardwell to his outside, and Bergeron on the second row in third. The front 3 stayed in line following the drop of the green flag, with Ryan stretching out a lead. A caution at lap 11 for Colton Davis flipped over, brought the field together, and kicked off a 3-car battle for the lead, with Ryan, Cardwell, and Bergeron fighting it out. Cardwell and Bergeron spent several laps throwing big sliders at Ryan, but each time Ryan would fight back with the crossover move. Inside 10 to go, Ryan was able to stretch away a bit out front, with Bergeron second and Cardwell back to third. But later, with 4 to go, Bergeron reeled Ryan back in, was able to grab the lead with a slider and a mistake from Ryan. Bergeron held on for his second win of the season. Hayden Cardwell was second, Tim Ryan faded to third, Kendall Tucker was fourth, and Nick Cooper finished fifth. Leaving Eldora, Cardwell continues to lead the points, but the gap back to Bergeron is now only 5. Ryan, Cooper, and Tucker round out the top 5 in the standings. The series is back next Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern to take on the virtual Lernerville Speedway. You can watch live for free on DIRTVision. It also looks like they're simulcasting those on the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series Facebook page as well. So if you don't have a DIRTVision account, you can certainly watch them over on Facebook as well. The only thing on the streaming schedule today is USAC 24/7 over at Flow Racing. To see that full daily list, visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. There are some other shows here coming up later in the week. There's some Dirt Car Esports action on Wednesday, and there's a few more races over the weekend. So there will be some stuff to watch if you're looking for a dirt racing fix here in the coming days. So stay tuned to DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Tuesday. You can find DIRTRACKR Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe and leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com, and you can follow along at facebook.com/dirttracker, twitter.com/dirttracker, and the website itself, dirttracker.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more Dirt Tracker Daily.